Hey guys, so if you can't already tell by the title of this video or even just by looking at me, I got a big chop. um, I guess I should start by talking about why I decided to get a big chop, right? Yeah, let's just get right into it. Um, I had wanted to go natural with one of my good friends since middle school, or actually I should say since late middle school, high school days. We said in college we would do the whole natural thing and go natural and have our hair in these big afros. College came and went, and I didn't go natural. I was, stuck in my relaxer phase. I was like, you know what, girl, I can't do it. I can't commit. You go ahead, you do you, and I'm gonna stick with my relaxers. My friend, she stick to her word. She went natural, and she had her fro. She colored her fro, and she did that thing for a while, and then she eventually got locks, which she still has now. For myself, like I said, I was still in relaxer mode. I was doing, my regular hair relaxed. I would experiment with weaves and extensions and different hairstyles. Um, I would do a bob, I would let it grow out, but all the while still having a relaxer. Eventually, I went on to go natural, but I would still, do weaves or extensions here and there as a protective style to grow out my relaxer. Um, that was a whole roller coaster ride within itself because my hair would grow, it would break, and whenever I would try to straighten it, um, after some time of wearing the relaxer or the extensions, and I would see growth, but it would just continue to shed and to break at a rate that I thought was just kind of abnormal. Um, so as quickly as it was growing, it was also breaking off. Now, eventually, I did my research and I started taking care of myself and my hair, and it started to get back to um, a healthy state, and it would grow, and I liked the growth, um, but I would still rock some extensions and weaves here and there, just to as a protective style. Um, then, so eventually, my hair grew out of the cut. I don't think I mentioned this before. I actually cut it down um, a little bit longer than this, but still with the relaxer, excuse me. And I had like a swoop bang. So, eventually it did grow out of that, and it grew pretty long. If you see a couple of my previous videos, my Motivational Monday videos, you'll see, especially one of the first motivational, maybe it was the first, or maybe it was one of the first few Motivational Monday videos, and um, where I featured Clev on it, and we were talking about if at first you don't succeed. I think it's that video. You'll see, um, my hair was, pretty long and it was growing and all that good stuff. But like I said, it was also shedding and breaking a lot. So um, eventually I was just getting tired of it. And I was like, you know what, just, flirting with the idea of doing the big chop. But every time I, was going to do the big chop, I made excuses, which for some of you that probably already have a big chop or know of someone with a big chop, you make excuses from here to like Africa and of why you can't do it right now. It was like, okay, it will affect my career, or I have a wedding to go to and I don't want to take pictures or have look back at the pictures with my big chop just yet, or I'm going to meet some folks I haven't seen in a long time and I don't want them to see me. Just all the excuses in the book. So then it's crazy because, you can make excuses and then something's going to happen one day to eventually force you to do whatever it is you said you were going to do. So I went to the hair salon, and, every like 2-3 months after wearing a protective style, I would take the protective style out, whether it was braids, a weave, extensions, what have you, and I would, wash, condition, deep condition, treat my hair, and then get it straightened to check growth and just to have my own natural hair out for a while. And I would rock that for, a couple of weeks to a month and then go right back into whatever protective style I wanted thereafter. But this go around, at the top of this year, I straightened my hair and it was a far cry from that video I told you guys about, the motivational video. I went from that to literally just hair was thin, and I have very thick hair, as you can see. Um, I've always had thick hair, and for my hair to be that thin, just I was like, ooh, something's up. Like, I know that I have not been on my, A game as far as, what I usually do, eating healthy, taking the proper vitamins and working out and doing all the stuff that I normally do. I've been doing so much that I haven't been on my A game with that. But I knew that that wasn't just the case. Something was wrong. And I was starting to think it was probably because of my lupus, but I wasn't sure. But I knew even if it was or wasn't, or was the fact that I wasn't taking care of my health or wasn't, whatever the case, I was like, you know what, enough is enough. This is the universe telling me that I need to just do the big chop. So I was like, whatever. That same week, um, after paying so much money, treating my hair, washing it, conditioning it, straightening it, and I paid so much money to do all that at the hair salon, and I was like, you know what? I don't care how much money I spent. This Friday, I'm going straight to the barber and I'm cutting it all off. I'm not even going to go to another hair salon to get tempted to do a style or do a short style or whatever, or have them, relax. Like, I didn't want to hear anything or, anything like that. I was like, this is it. So if I'm serious about this, I'm going to go to a barber, and I just had him cut it all off. Originally, I wanted a lot more I was like, okay, do a lot more on the top and then taper the sides and the back. But then I was like, you know what? Whatever, like, just keep going. The more he cut, the more cuter it looked. And the more, comfortable I felt. Ironically, like, I started to feel, not to sound cliche or anything, but liberated. Um, there was a lot of dead weight or, on my hair, and just having it be cut off, shaved off, and just dropped to the floor. And I didn't even want to save it. People were like, a couple of people. I think I only told like 2 or 3 people that I was doing this because I really wanted to just do it, and that's it. So the 2, 3 people I told, out of the 3 of them, one of them was like, save your hair, put it in a Ziploc bag, and then, label it, whatever. And I was like, you know what? Maybe. And then when I got there, I was like, no. As I started to see the hair fall, I was just like, I don't want any of this. I don't want any of this dead weight. I don't want any of this stress that was, attached to this hair, any of the broken dreams, brokenness that was attached to this hair. I want to start a new phase, a new chapter in life, and that's it. And it's funny because after I told my cousin about it, he was like, and I mentioned the fact that about close to 7 years ago, I actually cut my hair to shortcut, similar to this, but it was a relaxed style, and I had a swoop bang. And he was like, well, I'm like, it's interesting that every 7 years, I'm sorry, he said that it's interesting because every 7 years, you're a new person. Your cells regenerate and you become a new person. And it's ironic that 7 years ago, I cut my hair, and at that point in life, I became this new person. And now that I'm doing it again, I've learned so much in that 7 years, and I feel like I'm a new person again. Um, and I just feel renewed, and um, it's funny, I feel renewed and restored at the same time, if that makes sense. Um, and I feel re energized. I feel like life is opening itself to me. And I feel like I can take on the world, and if I can do this, I can do anything. And I love that feeling. Now, those are all the positive things that come out of it. Oh, actually, um, since it's only been about 2 weeks, I want to say, I haven't really experimented with products um, and um, and all that good stuff. But I will um, update you guys if you're interested. Just leave a comment below and let me know if you're interested in what products I eventually start using and how they work out for me, and if you want me to keep a track of this journey and hair growth and all that good stuff. I can do a whole new channel, or just for that, or on this YouTube channel, excuse me, I can create a whole new playlist for that, or I can just put it in my beauty and style playlist. So you guys just, let me know if you're interested in that. Okay. Um, Although I will say that um, I've always been a minimalist in term. Actually, I lie. Um, Ever since I started taking care of my own hair, um, you know, after high school and college, and I started, doing the protective styles and stuff. Ever since I took on ownership of doing my own hair, I've been a minimalist. So as a child, whatever they put in my hair is whatever they put in my hair. Whenever they wanted to wash it is whenever they wanted to wash it. But as an adult, I guess I can say, when I took ownership of taking care of my own hair, I've been a minimalist in terms of using products. I'm actually a minimalist across the board, not just for hair, but for skin, what I eat, and everything. And I think it's just a great way of living life. Like, you know, being simplistic, puts you at ease. It's stressless, and it's just much easier, and it's cost efficient. So why not, right? Um, and in terms of my hair, what I mean by that is, as far as my hair, aside from drinking water to hydrate, I use plain old olive oil, like extra virgin olive oil, whatever. You can get it at from anywhere from the 99-cent store to Whole Foods, um, and I'm a Whole Foods person, so I don't know. Of course, you can get it at Trader Joe's, but I'm a Whole Foods person. So, like I said, anywhere from the 99-cent store to Whole Foods, you can get some extra, olive oil. I don't get the big jug because I just feel like that's too much. And like I said, I'm a minimalist, so I don't even like taking up a lot of space. So, I get a small bottle, and that lasts me for a while. And I'll just put it in my hands and, run it through my hair. Um, and I also use castor oil. And again, I'll put some of that in my hands and run it through my hair. Or I use, those medicine drops. I'll use that and just put some, all around my hair, and then moisturize it. And it's killing two birds with one stone, because I'm hydrating my hair, like I'm moisturizing it, but I'm also circulating, uh, the blood flow, and that that's been very beneficial to your hair, because you circulate all that good stuff, the cells and all that good stuff, and so that circulates blood flow, and activates those hair things, those hair activates whatever those hair things are that makes your hair grow. Yeah, as you can tell, I hate science, so I'm not really good at it. Sorry, guys. So, anywho, so that's what I use as far as moisturizing products. Now, as far as what else do I use? I think that's it. This weekend, I'm actually considering going to Ricky's, or the actual Carol's Dollar Store, or Macy's, wherever is most convenient for me at the time. And I will pick up some Carol's Daughter shampoo and conditioner. I want to pick up the Chewy brand. I may be mispronouncing it like crazy. Or Chewy, I don't know. It's Tui. You guys have seen it, I'm sure. And yeah, so I want to pick up the shampoo and conditioner. It's sulfate free, which is awesome sauce. Herbal Essence is pretty cheap, and some of them are sulfate free. But I've been excited ever since I got the big chop to do the whole Carol's Daughter thing. So I'm gonna give that a try. My hair is pretty curly. You can't tell just by looking, but yeah, it's pretty curly, like in the middle and the back. The reason why the front isn't curly is because I used to uh, have them put a little relaxer or just straighten it with a hot comb a lot when I would wear my protective styles, like the weaves or the extensions. So yeah, it's still pretty straight, but if you once you get towards the middle and back, you can see how curly it really is. So I don't think I really want to like try any of that curling, like any curling products, like because my hair is already curly. Like, what's the point? Um, let's see. So that I covered products. As far as vitamins, I've always taken, my fish oil, um, zinc and iron and stuff like that. Occasionally biotin. Let's see. And of course, you are what you eat. So if you eat tons of fruits and vegetables, it's going to be beneficial all around. Your hair, your skin, nails, all that good stuff. So I'm really trying to re-implement that because, like I said, at the top of the year, between working productions, working late hours, running around doing this and that, and all the crazy stuff that I do all the time, I've fallen off my A game as far as eating healthy. I don't eat crazy junk food. Like I don't eat chips or candy or anything like that. What I meant by falling off is eating late, letting the food sit there. Um, let's see. Having an occasional latte here and there. Okay, let me not say occasional. I'm lying. Having a latte a lot, like almost every other day or every day. Um, and stuff like that. So I need to really get back on my A game. Anywho, I think that's it as far as how I've been taking care of my big shop, and how I will continue to take care of it. I've always been a minimalist. Okay, not always. I've ever since I've taken ownership of my own hair, I've been a minimalist, and I will continue to be. And I think that's just the best way for me. It's always worked for me. Of course, hair growth has a lot to do with genes, but you can always promote it or help promote it with, taking care of yourself. um, let's see. I think I've pretty much covered. Oh, actually, I wanted to talk about um, yeah, that's it for hair care. Yeah, that's it for hair care. Now, as far as how other people have reacted, um, let's see. The boo loves it. So that's awesome. It's always awesome when you're with someone and they appreciate you for who you are and they don't judge you and they encourage you to to be yourself and express yourself in more ways than one. So that's always awesome. Um, so yeah. Now as far as family, they've said it's cute. They love it. Oh my God, it's so fitting. All these positive things. Now, a lot of them haven't seen it in person, except for my mom who flew back from Florida like a week ago. Um, and I saw her, and aside from her, um, yeah, everyone's pretty much, I texted them a picture of it, and they've said they loved it. Um, and I'm sure they'll love it in person too because it's your family. They love you. Now, as far as friends, all the girls, all the females, they love it. All my friends are like, oh, they love it. You know, it's so awesome. Oh my God, it's so fitting. You have the head shape, you have the proper bone structure. Hi, pretty. Hi, beautiful. You look like a goddess. All these great, awesome things. And I love you guys for that. Besos to you. Now it's the guys. The guys always have a problem with the short hair. Either they love it or they hate it. Um, so I've gotten, oh my God, why have you cut your hair? It's gonna grow back, right? Is everything okay? Um, yeah, like I can't believe you cut it. Why'd you cut it? Oh my God, no, why'd you cut it? No, no, no. Um, uh, you know, I so I'm like, okay, but then they would like my picture that I posted of my big chop picture on Instagram the day I got it chopped. And I'm like, so why'd you like my Instagram picture? If you're gonna be like, why'd you cut it? And oh my God, no, you know, we loved you with long hair, blah blah blah. And they're like, they're like, oh, it's just Instagram. That's a whole nother video, I guess, video rant. But people just like pictures just because, like, I don't get that. Like, shouldn't you only like it if you really like it, right? Anywho, so yeah, guys, but I've gotten a couple guys that have said, "Oh my God, you know, I love it. You're so beautiful with this cut." You know, but that's very far and few. Most guys have just been just so negative and blatantly negative. And I'm all about expressing yourself and being honest. I'm one of those people that keeps it real. Um, if you gained weight, I'll tell you. If you lost weight, I'll tell you. If that top looks horrible, you know, if you're not matching, you know, if you look homeless, I'll tell you. But you know, I'm one of those people, but not in a rude way. You know, I'm not in a rude way. But anywho, I say all that to say that it's just interesting that men are just so anti this look, and I've gotten a lot of males. Um, I want to say of, should I say their race? Mm, of Hispanic culture. That's my alarm going off. Of Hispanic culture and of Caucasian culture. Just look at me like, I'm like, are they trying to figure out if I'm a dude? Are they trying to figure out if I'm a lesbian? Like I've had, and it's funny because I've had even females like give me the side eye, like, is she a lesbian? Like, you know, kind of look. So that's another negative, um, I guess, aspect of this big chop. But, you know, it couldn't all be positive because nothing is perfect. And you expect when you change, you know, people will either accept your change, embrace it, or reject it. So that's just life. No matter what you do, no, you can be an artist and, you know, 10 people love your shoes. Out of 20 people, 10 people love your shoes and 20 hate it. Or, you know, 19 love it and then there's always that one person that hates it. So, um, you just got to go with the flow, and every day is a new challenge. You know, there are times when I love the way my hair texture feels and I play with it. And there are times when I haven't had one of those moments where I touch it, I'm like, oh, my hair's gone. I haven't had that. Yes, I've heard big chop stories about that. Yeah, I haven't had that experience. But I don't want to make this video too long. So I guess 25 minutes tops will be the limit. But I do want to say that I'm excited for this summer and having shorter hair and not feeling hot and heavy, and I can do wash and goes and just wash and condition my hair or even wet it. That's another good moisturizer. Just water. If you want to put it in a spray bottle and spritz and be fancy, or if you just want to wet it in the shower, you know, and just go. And this also opens up a lot of different styles that I can do. I can try to be, you know, Afrocentric one day, not to sound ignorant or cliche or anything, but then I can do a sporty look and, you know, mix and match. Like there's so many different styles that open up to you when you change your hair and when you big chop. And so I'm excited about the summer and how that's going to work out for me. And as far as letting it grow or rocking it, I mean, I'm going to rock it for as long as I want. And maybe I'll try Senegalese twist. If I get tired of it, maintaining it, maybe not, but who knows. But as far as right now, this is the big chop. Deuce it.